Okay, so this is a great question, and you'll notice I have no notes for a reason, because I feel if we can't answer this question without having a notes, we probably shouldn't be doing this job. So for me, why am I doing this, and what's my pledge to the business community? So first of all, for me, this is about jobs. This is about driving jobs in our economy here in our community. We've got lots and lots of potential. If you take a look at anybody on the 401 coming on a Friday, they're typically coming to this area. They're coming to this area from a tourism point of view, but they're going back on Monday morning. My objective is to create this as an environment where everyone wants to stay and also work. And so what's really, really important for me, and one of the reasons why I became part of the Conservative Party, is because our economy is our number one priority. It's the number one priority that we need to drive across this region here, as well as across our country. And the way we do that is through low taxes and a balanced budget. And the reason why low taxes are important is because the people that drive our economy is you, sitting in the room today. If anybody has ever spent a lot of time with a business person, most of you will relate to this. When you do take vacation, which is typically very rare, when you're packing, you typically pack your laptop before you pack your swim shorts. When you're mapping out your hotels, you're figuring out where's the business center, where's the printer, where's the fax machine, how can I get my access, what's the internet going to be like when I'm traveling, and then you figure out whether there's a spa or a golf course. That's the kind of people we are. We're people where, when some people go home at 5 o'clock, that's when our day begins. And it's that drive that basically drives our economy today. And so I believe by taking government out of our lives, which is part of what we're doing as a Conservative Party, we're making government efficient, we're making government support you from a targeted perspective, but really what we're doing is we're making sure that you have what you need by you keeping it. One of the things we've been doing is lowering the tax rate for small business. So we've lowered it from 21.5% down to 11, and we're lowering it down to another 9. What we're doing is saying to the profitable companies, the companies that are creating jobs, the companies that are growing our economy, you need to keep that extra 10%, because you're going to do a much better job than we will from taking it from a government point of view. And so what happens is we generate more jobs. And I was really excited when last week our Prime Minister said that we're going to do a tax lock. And so for the next 4 years, we're not going to increase taxes. And so the first question that came to my mind is, well, with the cost of living constantly going up, how are we going to achieve that? We're going to achieve it because we also have a mandate to help businesses generate an additional 1.3 million net new jobs. So that's not one disappears and a new one's created. That's a net new job over the next 4 years. And so myself, as somebody who's been in business since I was 17 when I opened my first company, I did leave Peterborough when I was 20 because I couldn't find the software world that I wanted here. I ended up having to come back when I was 24, or I got to come back when I was 24, and I basically built my own company because there wasn't a company that was here for that. Those experiences, I want to make sure those environments are here for our people. The other thing is, as part of the strategic plan for Peterborough Economic Development, we looked at really four targets for this region, and I believe that those are the strong targets we need to focus on. We need to continue building our tourism business. We need to continue investing in our small businesses. We need to continue investing in innovation. There's a lot of great innovation that's come out of the Peterborough region already. There's a lot of great targeted funds that our federal government is setting aside for innovation. I think we need to continue working on that innovation and continue driving those companies, because it's the life of those companies that are created in our environment. Those are the ones that are going to stay. And the last thing, of course, is advanced manufacturing. We've got some great manufacturing advanced manufacturing that's done here in the Peterborough region. We need to continue growing that. There's been lots of funding, $1.8 billion when it comes to advanced manufacturing. That's been set aside by our federal government. We need to make sure we take advantage of that within this community and to really, really grow this community. So my pledge to you is that I will listen to you. I will make sure that when you have a barrier from a government point of view, that I will try as much as I can to take that barrier away. I will be your voice in Ottawa. That's the intent. I'm not Ottawa's voice here, if I steal Dave's line actually for 10 seconds. But the reality is that I'm being elected, hopefully, by people here in Peterborough Kawartha, and I really need the business support behind you to do that. But in order for me to really drive our economy, I'm going to need your support after I get elected as well. And so you need to make sure that I'm aware, what barriers there are in your businesses, how can our government support you better, and what is it that we can do in order to make this region here a better place. And so my pledge to you is to, like I said, to listen to you, to continue driving our economy, and to make sure that we work as a collective team in order to make this environment better. Thank you very much.